At what point are we going to realize that they have convinced us that self-sufficiency is a fool's errand, and they've convinced us that dependency and material things is what status is made out of? And that's where you lost me.
All right, guys, so this is a video that I've not wanted to make for my own personal reasons, because I feel like I find it weird when people say these things out loud. So I didn't want to be weird, but to be honest, I don't really see why it's weird. I think it's just societal norms thinking it's weird. But I want to talk about why I'm building a 6,000 plus square foot concrete house with a bunker in it. And I feel like when I spell this out to you guys, it's going to be pretty obvious on what's going on, and I'm going to give you some other information as to what I'm doing as well. So if you guys don't know, my name is John Dawson. I'm a builder. I guess you could call me a content creator, but I'm currently building a concrete house out of Element ICF, and I also have a guest house that I built up there with perfect wall framing. I have another house, a tiny house down at the bottom. That's just your standard tiny house. And usually when I talk about building a house, I talk about efficiency. I talk about, I want things to be efficient. I want, to shoot for net zero. I want to have my homes run on very minimal power. And I talk about just the comfortability of the home, the building science, which I think is what a lot of people talk about. But if I'm being honest with you guys, the only reason I really harp on that is because I think that's what people want to see in content. And it makes me seem like a builder, a progressive builder, someone that wants to build better, more efficient homes, more durable homes. And that is part of it. I do want my homes and my entire ranch to run on solar at some point. I do not want to be tied to the grid. I also want my homes to be built incredibly durable because I do not want to worry about storms and Mother Nature. But if I'm really being honest with everyone, the main reason, I guess I would have to be honest, the main reason is durability. We know that hurricanes are on the uptick over the last 50 years. We know that tornadoes are up. We know that wildfires are up. We know that just natural disasters in general are up. So I think building to protect yourself from natural disasters is just a no-brainer in my opinion. I don't know why you wouldn't. Just this last weekend, we saw thousands of people's homes towns be flattened by tornadoes. And we're going to build those back with sticks again, and you're going to be in danger, and you're going to sit there in your home in fear for your children's lives and your lives, or you may climb into your storm shelter and then climb out, and everything you own and had is gone. And I think that's kind of an odd way to live when we know that there's building styles that can prevent from that. So that's, I would say, probably the number one reason that I'm building this. The number two reason is I do not trust our world. And I think that's where I feel like I sound crazy, but I mean, I feel like it's crazier to trust it. When you see what's happening in government, and I'm not talking any political side, I'm talking about government, whether it's the United States government, the Israeli government, it doesn't matter. I'm not trying to be specific here. We see that we have very little control. For example, I think about this all the time is if our ports and our supply gets cut off for whatever reason, whether it's natural disaster, whether it's civil unrest, whatever it is, I'm not going to go down rabbit holes of what the disaster is. But the fact that just a simple disaster could mean that your grocery store and your gas station don't get the supplies that you rely on every single day is scary. It's scary. And I don't know if this is what time we're at in our world right now, or if this is the age you get to when you become this person, because my parents were fairly skeptical of our infrastructure. And I was like, oh, Mom, you're crazy. Dad, you're crazy. Maybe I'm just hitting that age, or maybe the world really is to a point where we have I'm trying to keep this PG. We have sick individuals running the world. I'm not even going to say the United States government. I'm going to say our world. And I realize that we don't control anything. For example, you feel like you have control because you have a good job. You feel like you have control because you bought a house. You feel like you have control because you have a car. But in all reality, what happens when you can't buy groceries at your grocery store and you can't put fuel in your vehicle? What do you do? What resources do you have that can provide you stability in those times. I'm not saying it's gonna, be the apocalypse and we're never gonna have it again, but let's just say our supply chain goes down for a month. What do you have? Right? And this isn't doomsday, this is natural disaster. We know that hurricanes have been getting stronger and stronger and stronger, right? We know that tornadoes have been happening more and more, especially in the Midwest, and it's even been stretching into areas that normally don't get tornadoes. We realize that we have trucking shortages. We realize that we're having tariff issues. So when you break all this down, you're like, dude, it doesn't take a natural disaster to end this. It doesn't take a civil war to end this. It could be something as simple as we just don't have the infrastructure to support the demand that all of us consumers have. So the reason I'm building this home is for natural disasters, but if things were to go wrong, I want a home that I can heat and cool independently from the grid. I'm here in Texas. Our grid is not good even on mild storm days. What do you do? I have kids, man. It's my responsibility to make sure that if bombs are dropping or wind is blowing or fire is roaring, I can take care of them. I think since we have a president that is no longer, if he ever was, America first, we have other countries that have priorities over our own citizens. We have homelessness running rampant. We have gas prices going up again. What I realize is like, yeah, they may come down, they may go back up, but what I can hang my hat on is that we have no stability. The second you are not following the guidelines is the second they can shut you off, the second they do it by choice or something happens and they do it not by choice. There's bomb threats in California right now. Tornadoes last week. Hurricanes were hitting. All these things happen every day, and what do? We're like, oh, well, once things come back online, we'll be good. Like, imagine living a life where you had to sit there and be like, once things come back on, we'll be good. I hate that feeling, and this is the same reason why I'm an entrepreneur. This is why I haven't held a job since I was like 22, is I do not like sitting somewhere being like, well, if that person gets it figured out, I'll be okay. Or if that person continues to like me, I'll still have a job. Or if this supply is still available, I'll still be able to do this. I don't like that. So when I talk about building efficient homes, yeah, I really want to build efficient homes, but I want to build them because I want to be able to run my little compound here on my own abilities and my own resources. I like the fact that no matter what happens to the water in the city, I have water in my well. I like the fact that if the power goes out, my well can have battery power and solar power, so I have water no matter what everyone else is dealing with. We're building a massive garden because I want to make sure that no matter what happens to the food, I still have the ability to feed myself. I have animals, horses, we're getting cows, we have chickens, because I want to make sure that if the worst were to happen, I can cover myself. And this all comes with information, and what I realized about this is that when it's too late, it's too late. There's a lot of stuff that I don't know. I am not a good gardener. I am not good at preserving. I am not good at the things that you need to have. For example, we can have our chickens, putting out, 10 eggs a day, but if I don't know how to store those, how am I going to do it? And if something were to happen where the power goes out for an extended period of time, how am I going to look that up? Think about how reliant we are on the internet. If the internet goes, how am I going to learn how to now figure out my own solar? How am I going to learn how to then plant a garden and what time and when to plant and when to harvest and how to preserve? How am I going to go out and get my mason jars? Right now, this is all extreme, and here's the caveat to all of this. I love doing it. I hope nothing happens, but my hobby, where I find joy, is doing these things. Some people may play video games nonstop. Some people may buy fancy cars and soup up cars. That's great. Some people may just consume Netflix and Paramount Plus. That's great. But what I enjoy doing is having my chickens, is building a garden, is building houses, is creating an ecosystem in my area that can thrive no matter what happens in the world. So if nothing happens, I'm gonna do this anyway. I enjoy this. This is fun. This is the new Ferrari. Our country has told us that if we go out and we get a foreign car, we are somehow the next level of status. What good does that vehicle do you? Seriously. It is something that you just gave your soul to, because now it's your responsibility. It's a dependent. It's your responsibility to maintain and take care of something that gives you nothing back. The only thing it gives you back is transportation, but you can get transportation for significantly cheaper than that. So you bought a very expensive thing that you now have as a dependent that you will have to take care of, and it will drain your resources, not create resources. My joy is the video game of life. It's buying a $1.50 chicken that's going to produce eggs for me for however many years. My joy is buying seeds and soil that is now going to produce gardens for me as long as I maintain it. That's way cooler, in my opinion, than buying a Ferrari or a Maserati or a G-Wagon. And I think our consumer-centric ideologies here in the United States are intentional. I really do think that everything has been designed to be dependent. We have basically convinced people that you are better off if you have more things that you have to pay for, but other people know that you have to pay for them, so they assume you have a lot of money, and that brings you status. Where I think I have status, and this may come off cocky, but I think my status is the fact that, knock it down, I'm good. Don't send fuel to the gas stations, I'm good. Don't send meat to the grocery stores, I'm good. Don't send eggs to the grocery store, I'm good. Shut down the power grid, I'm good. Poison the water, I'm good, right? You look at disasters like Hurricane Katrina, what happened in North Carolina, what happened in parts of Texas, where we have floods and it's just destroyed. The water is destroyed, the electrical's destroyed, everything's destroyed. What do? So, if I'm being honest with you guys, the reason I am building this, the reason I have a concrete bunker, the reason I have concrete walls on my house is for efficiency, yes, but that efficiency is all tied into the fact that I want to be self-sufficient. I do not want to be dependent on the power grid, on the food supply, or on our government. And the cherry on top is that even if everything was going great, which it's not, I'd still be doing this. Even if food supply keeps coming, it's not good food. Even if the power grid keeps supplying, it's not cheap power. At what point are we going to realize that they have convinced us that self-sufficiency is a fool's errand, and they've convinced us that dependency and material things is what status is made out of? And that's where you lost me. Anyway, I just wanted to be clear for anybody that watches and hates my ideas of whatever else, or used to love me or whatnot. I just wanted to be clear where I'm at, because I'm looking for a potent audience, not a big audience. I want people to follow me to learn how to be more self-sufficient. I want people to follow me to learn how to be more efficient. I want people to follow me to learn how to create the resources, not depend on others providing the resources. So, now that it's out there, y'all can call me crazy, y'all can call me kooky, but, you know, I'm enjoying it, man. This is my favorite video game. Much love, y'all.